Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just stopping by for the first time, you might definitely want to hang around and watch till the end. On this tutorial today, I'll be sharing with you guys how to construct this customized bracup using cage art technique. So let's dive into the video. I used my previous bracup pattern, which I have drafted earlier on how to draft a corset posture. So I'm just going to remove the three-part cup and separate it like so, and I'll be attaching it like this to become two-piece. I'll be using my masking tape to reattach it like so. This is going to help me to generate two pieces for the bustier. So I'm also going to be attaching the other one. And that's all. Now I have gone ahead to cut my fabric and I added 0.5 inches sewing allowance all around. I'm also going to be notching the joining part like so on the opposite sides so that I wouldn't be confused on which part to join to which part. Now I'm just going to be setting this aside and I'll just go ahead and stitch this like so on my machine. Now I'm also going to be using the same pattern to draft my wording. I will be cutting out my wording without any sewing allowance, so I'll just be leaving sewing allowance at the top, and this is my wording. I'll be removing this as well and set it aside. I'm just going to go over to the machine to join these pieces and I'll get back to you. And after I'm through joining them, I'm just going to be using my boning to make a cage for it. The next thing I did was to stitch my wording on my machine using my zigzag stitch. So I'll just be stitching this all the way to the top from the bottom, and this is what I have. I'll be trimming out the excess threads, and this is how it's looking like. After that, the next thing I did was to stitch my bracup piece together. And now I'm done with the stitching for the cup and for the wording. Now this is what I have. I'm just going to be placing them right next to each other to determine which cup goes for which cup. Okay, so after I'm done, the next thing I did was to go ahead and notch the joining for my fabric so that I could be able to iron it out. Now for the cups, I'm just going to go ahead and ensure that I'll be placing my fabric on the shiny part, which is fusible. So I'm just going to be using my pressing iron to activate that. And next I'm just going to be using my pen to draw out the lines which I want to sew on it with. So I'll be drawing a line like so, which I'm going to use as a guide to sew my boning upon it. I'm just drawing a line, giving 0.5 inches from the top. Next I'm going to be drawing lines in the middle like so. Now I'm drawing the third line as well. Now after that, I'm just going to be drawing a line to go from this end like so all the way around to the other end of the cup. I'm also going to be adding one line at this point like so, and at the other side like this, and that is where I'll be passing my boning. So I'm just going to be repeating the same thing for the other part of the cup and show you guys. Now the next thing I did was to place my boning in the lines, following the lines which I have drawn. I'm going to be placing one in the middle, and I'll ensure that this bent part is also aligned with the boning properly. I'm just going to be going to my machine and I'll be using a zigzag stitch, and I'll be going down from the 0.5 inches line I made. And I will stitch it like so with my machine using a zigzag stitch. I'll also stop at the end before the end of the mark. Now I'll be placing another one like this, and I'll avoid these parts. So I'm just going to be placing them like so, following the lines I had drawn. So now you can see how it's looking like. This is the completed stage of it. I'm just going to be activating the adhesive with my pressing iron. I have pressed my fabric like this, and I'm just going to be placing them into each other like this, making sure that the part is aligned very well, and I will use my iron to press on it to lay it flat. Now this is what I have. This is the outcome. This is how my cup is looking like. This is the cage art technique which I have talked about earlier. I gave a 0.5 inches at this part because it is supposed to be attached to a bodice. And for this part, I added 0.5 inches allowance because I'm going to be turning it with my lining part, and basically that is all for your cage art bustier. For this technique, I used 2 yards of boning. So you might use the same, or you can use more than that. It depends solely on the size of the bust. And yes, you can definitely try this out and also share with me via my Instagram handle at mode._lane. I'll be happy to see your results and also share with other people as well. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, kindly give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit on the notification bell so you'll be the first to get notification each time I upload new content like this. See you guys in my next video. Bye for now.